There's nothing like the dog that's been a part of your life for a really long time. She's been, moving from Chicago to New York, 2 kids. She's not, the center of all the attention anymore. So I thought this logo and this coffee name would be a perfect way to make sure that she does live forever. I've always just wanted to sit down and start an interview like that. My name is Dan Katz, Barstool Big Cat, and I love coffee. So I first thought of starting a coffee brand about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. I've always loved coffee. Started doing the coffee memes when I became a father of 2. That's 2. So the coffee meme, the joke was I was trying to basically be like everyone's Facebook aunt and be like, oh my God, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. Knowing that it's ridiculous when people post those things. And it's evolved from, at the beginning, it was just me trying to find memes online. Memes who works on Part of My Take and helps run some of my social accounts, started creating them, and he's the best. He knows the internet the best.
I'm memes. I make the memes.
Coffee went from a passion that I loved. I loved getting the coffee. I've talked about it a long time. Nothing better than like a Saturday morning when you go get your coffee, take your dog for a walk. Then I became a dad and coffee became life. I needed it to survive. I needed it to get through every day. And I said, why not create my own coffee that I love more than anything? Yeah, so we went to Regal in New Jersey to test coffees, and I had no idea what to expect.
Like the first chapter of your coffee manufacturing stuff? Or
Yeah.
Have you been to anything like
listen, I'm not this stuff does fascinate me. At the end of the day, business is interesting. I'm an idiot who got lucky and people like it. So this stuff is all, different.
What is the goal of this process right now?
So we taste coffee for a bunch of different reasons. Usually we're cupping raw beans and you're looking for any off product. This we're tasting effectively finished product. So we're gonna be tasting for all the attributes. So it's fruity and chocolate and things that you don't really think you're tasting, but people use to describe coffee. That's kind of what we're trying to do in here.
I would appreciate your input as well.
Oh yeah, we'll give you our input for sure.
Yeah.
But the first thing that we do is break, you see this film on top? Mm-hmm. You'll break that film, and when you do that, you're getting a huge waft of what's going on in the cup. So the first process is break it, so smell it.
All right, so then are we tasting it too, or
not yet? Because it's first of all, it's too hot, so we got to break them all first. I'm going to break one and let you break the other.
My dad's more of a traditionalist than I am. You have to do everything.
Okay, so I'm going to take a spoonful of coffee, slurp it to aerate the coffee into the back of my palate and taste it. So.
The grinds hide in the foam, holds all the grinds. Wow. So you got to...
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to drink it. Can I drink it?
I wouldn't start with the dark roast though. I would start with the one that I just did. Okay. It's better to start with a lighter roast.
Oh, that was slow.
No, that was good.
Slow pull.
I can never do it as fast as it. I'd be coming.
Try it again. Now he's in my head. He's fucking with me.
Can't even think about the coffee. It's just all about
it has nothing to do with the coffee anymore.
The most important thing to do is taste the coffee.
I like that. That was good. I'm drinking all of it, by the way.
That's fine. Try not to stir it too much now because then you'll get the grinds because they're at the bottom of the cup.
Yeah.
So if you just dip it in, then you'll get just water.
So a lot in the flavor will have to do with the way the coffee's processed when it's raw. Some coffees are dried with the fruit on it, and some are dried with the fruit off. And you'll get a fruitier coffee when it's dried on.
Did you saying this one was a fruitier coffee? The bully?
I thought the parlor was.
I thought the bully was too.
So that's what that aftertaste is? It's the fruit? That's fruit?
That's my guess.
I'm not a huge fan of these.
And that's
These are my two favorites.
Relative to the Colombian and Asian.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
wow. Good, great.
Yeah, no, that's an easy choice, Ray. That one in light and medium were by far my favorites.
Wow.
Yeah, I could drink that without milk. That's kind of my test. Which one do you guys like the most?
On this table, 100% agreed the Honduras Guatemala.
So we got an answer, right? Yeah.
Great.
I love it.
This is good.
Yeah.
They were awesome because they wanted me to truly like create what my favorite type of coffee was. So the entire process was crazy. There was like 30 cups of coffee that are all established brands that you take a spoon, you do that, and you take a quick sip of coffee to try to figure out what coffees I like, what flavors I like, and then they went from that to a bunch of different combinations of roast beans from different countries, and trying to narrow it down to the cup of coffee that I really, really like. They did something where they added a little bit of Honduran or Colombian coffee to the mix, and it was like, boom, that's it. Like, that's the cup of coffee I love. I love the smooth taste, and I really do think it's a cup of coffee that can stand up on its own without anything else in it. What I wanted to do was make sure it was as simple as possible. Light, medium, and dark with K-cups. This is the coffee. Let's run this play. It's kind of like running the football right down the gut. So we're also gonna have a coffee club where you can sign up and you get a certain amount of bags every single month. And I wanted to make it a little more personal. So I'm going to be releasing to the people who sign up for the coffee club private videos of quarterly reports where I can give you a speech from Stella Blue and how we're doing, handwritten notes, all that stuff. I want to make it feel like a community. I want people to really enjoy Stella Blue, the brand. A lot goes into starting a coffee company. I didn't fully realize that. The design, the logo, weekly meetings, refining everything. Turns out starting a coffee brand, not so simple, but we're here. So the name's Stella Blue. So I started thinking, racking my brain, walking my dog, Stella, who I love very much. She's an 11-and-a-half-year-old mutt that I rescued from Paws in Chicago. I actually rescued her before I started at Barstool. And she's been with me, my co-pilot, back in the day in Chicago when I was in my apartment. It was just me and Stella every day, blogging 15 times a day. She became part of the shows, KFC Radio, part of My Take.
And motherfucking yell, minute back. Stella, shut the fuck up!
I don't think my physical life would change at all. If I could still type and I could still like waddle over and dance around that.
Shh, Stella, stop, please, Stella, no barking. And dogs don't live forever, so it was part of, making sure that her legacy does live forever with this coffee brand. I figured not only we're gonna name it Stella Blue, but she's gonna be part of the logo, so she'll be part of the logo forever. Been a big part of my life. Nothing like the dog that's been a part of your life for a really long time. She's been, moving from Chicago to New York, 2 kids. She's not, the center of all the attention anymore, so I thought this logo and this coffee name would be a perfect way to make sure that she does live forever. God damn it. That was fucked up that you did that to me. I'm weirdly most excited for people to just drink the coffee because I really do think this is like a really good cup of coffee. And I've had, throughout the process, we had beans sent, I had beans sent to my house. I've given some to friends, family, and they've all agreed that it's just a really good cup of coffee. And I'm like, I'm very proud of that. This is a brand that I wanted to make that's gonna last for a very long time. Not to sound sappy, but like this is something weirdly that I hope someday my kids can take over this business, and like something that I could possibly leave to them to try to keep them out of the podcasting and blogging and smut business. I smut blogged so that my kids don't have to. And now I want them to have a coffee company.